2 cruise ships from the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line will be safe harboring at Port Center as of Wednesday, 19th August, after receiving approval from the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. In a press conference held at the St. Christopher A&C Ports Authority on Monday, 17 August, Tourism Minister Lindsay Grant informed the media that RCCL vessels Vision of the Seas and Rhapsody of the Seas will arrive at the port with 70 crew members on each ship. According to authorities, the crew must observe all of the Federation's COVID-19 regulations, including being quarantined before being able to leave the ship.
The health and the safety of our nationals remain our top priority. This exercise will be carried out under the New York Sterile Port Protocol, which is part of the international health regulations issued by the World Health Organization. Crew members will be quarantined on arrival on the ship for 14 days. The vessel has not been on any land in any Caribbean country. Yes, they have anchored in the seas of other countries, for example in Barbados, where the cruise ships are coming from. I stress, however, that no crew member was allowed to come off by tender in Barbados. The crew has not been in contact with the general public in any other destination over the past 5 months. However, they must still adhere to the Federation's health and safety protocols. Upon arrival on Wednesday, each crew member will be given a PCR molecular test and will be quarantined for the 14 days on board their respective vessel. At the end of the 14-day quarantine, they will be given a second test. Once the crew receive a negative test, they will be given the option to integrate into our society, adhering to the well-known safety measures of social distancing, hand sanitization, and the wearing of masks. If any crew member tests positive, all crew members will remain on board of their respective vessel and go through quarantine until the entire crew tests negative.
Grant also informed that the Ministry of Health received the medical records of all crew on each ship and that there are no health issues of note. He added, quote, "There will be no physical interaction between RCCL's crew and SCASPA's team," end quote. Crew members will only be allowed to enter Bastille if there are no positives for their COVID-19 test at the end of their quarantine period. Glenn Barth, SKN Newsline. With the country's borders about to be reopened in October, Chamber of Industry and Commerce President Giselle Matthews wants the entire business community to comply with COVID-19 protocols. According to President Matthews, there is some complacency creeping in, and it is important to launch an awareness campaign. With COVID-19 expected to be a threat to life and economic activity, the CIC President is reminding all businesses to adopt to the new normal to conduct business safely.
The Chamber in particular is as we speak, actually, we're preparing a public awareness campaign. Be reminded, be guided, because there is a level of complacency taking place, which is human, of course, because I think many of us feel there's limited exposure. While there might be, we have to remember and be guided and be reminded that COVID is around and it will be around for a very long time to come. So we're going to have to learn to live with it. And to do that, we have to remember to do all the things, wearing masks, social distancing, sanitization. And those protocols have to be enforced. And so the Chamber is taking on a role of a public awareness campaign to remind businesses please enforce these and continue to do so. It's for the good of yourself, your associates, your clients, into your business, whether you're a restaurant or a retail store. So that is something we should be launching hopefully within a week. That awareness campaign should be out. So the task force job is to regulate and to really enforce those businesses who are not complying, and our job really, our role that we feel is our responsibility as the business entity for this sector. And it's not about membership any longer. It's all about a broad approach to our businesses, trying to guide and help them as best as we can as a chamber.
Business activity has been returned to various sectors of the economy as curfews and other regulations have been relaxed in phases. Glenn Barrett, SKN Newsline.
It's not just iced tea and it's not cold tea. But who said we couldn't be in the middle? We are Mother Becky Quenchers, a herbal iced tea. It's a different and innovative take on using traditional herbs for tea. It's a home-brewed blend of natural organic herbs and spices, ready to drink at any time. We've turned ingredients you've used many times into something crisp, thirst-quenching, and did we mention taste awesome? Drinking tea just got better. Mother Becky Tea.
In these stressful times, you need relief, a way to release your stress and care for your health. You need Serenity. Yes, Serenity Mobile Spa, where we come to your home and offer the very best in massage and spa treatment. Your health is our priority as we practice the highest hygiene procedures before, during, and after your treatment. Choose from massages to meet your physical needs, scrubs, facials, waxing, and much more. We also provide our customers a complimentary serving of refreshing local coconut water with each massage. During these restricted times, we urge our customers to stay healthy. We will come to you.
Call us at 762-0157 or 760-8899. Find us on Facebook, Serenity Mobile Spa St. Kitts, or email us at serenitymobilespa869@gmail.com.
Serenity Mobile Spa.
Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws and Medical Chief of Staff Dr. Cameron Wilkinson addressed procedures and safety issues associated with the safe harboring of 2 RCCL cruise ships to dock in St. Kitts. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line requested permission to have the ships safe harbor in St. Kitts with 70 crew members on each of the 2 ships. In a press conference held on the 17th August 2020, the medical authorities informed that all of the COVID-19 protocols and regulations will apply for the safe harboring of the 2 vessels.
When the ships come into port, we are going to be setting up tents on the port, on land, and then the crew members will be escorted individually to the separate tents. Their samples will be ascertained and the samples will be sent to the next generation lab for processing. So the individual crew members will exit the ship, be sampled, and then they will be directed back on board for compulsory quarantine, and they will only be released and allowed integration into society if and when their RT-PCR tests come back as negative.
Just to add one last thing, in terms of allowing persons to come back into our country, I believe that this is one of the safest efforts that we are embarking upon, because these are persons who have been virtually isolated on a ship for the last 5 months. As the Minister of Tourism said, they have not disembarked in any other country. And if it were that there was a positive case of COVID-19 on that ship, there should have been some symptomatic quarantine them. This again is the best quarantine facility where all 70+ persons will be in one location on the ship. And thirdly, in terms of the security that will be put in place to make sure that these persons stay on the ship and be quarantined. It's not like with having someone, a local, coming home, and in the early days we had to be chasing them down to see whether or not they were staying at home. It's very easy to manage these persons and to make sure that the 14-day quarantine is enforced with security personnel at the door. So I believe that the risk associated with bringing these ships here is very, very low, and there has to be a balance between risk and economic activity.
These ships are not on any cruise schedule and do not have passengers on board. Glenn Barrett, SKN Newsline.
Member of Parliament for St. Christopher No. 1, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, said he is concerned with the illegal dumping of garbage on the Bastia Valley Aquifer. On the weekend, several government ministries and agencies participated in a cleanup activity that removed garbage on the aquifer and a section of the Bastia coastline in his constituency. Dr. Hanley was taken aback by the level of garbage dumped on the aquifer, one of the main sources of the island's water supply, and he's calling for enforcement of laws to prevent this type of behavior.
Because when you look at it, when you saw refrigerators, beds, stove, microwave, all sorts of things through the track by the water aquifer, I mean, those could not have just been placed here by accident. Those were deliberately deposited or dumped there. And I think we need to move now to another level where we might have to do some stricter laws in terms of penalties for persons who are found or caught disposing of these garbage. And of course, putting the necessary framework in place so that persons can be manned in certain areas so you can actually get persons convicted. And as we strive to make sure that St. Kitts and Nevis remains a clean and safe environment, we too have to do our part in ensuring that we dispose of our garbage the best way, and that is to take them to the solid waste. And what is this happening, Mr. Huey, is that some persons pay persons to dispose of their garbage, including the fee for solid waste, but yet the person do not take it to the solid waste. In my mind, that is being very dishonest. So I think we now have to create the culture where our people recognize the importance of garbage disposal, because at the end of it, it will only benefit us not only as a human being but as a country and a whole. So
Dr. Hanley pointed to the importance of protecting the aquifer.
the aquifer is a passionate area for me, as I would have been striving and continue to fight to make sure that we preserve it. So when I saw all this, first thing went to my mind, wow, what could be happening to our water eventually over a number of years. So it is even more important for us to make sure that we do whatever we can to preserve our main source of water, and that is on the Bastia aquifer belt.
The cleanup activity will be an ongoing effort by several government agencies, namely the Solid Waste Management Corporation, Ministries of Tourism and Environment, Parks and Beaches, STEP, and the Department of Youth. The St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association, the SKNFA, on Sunday launched its Football is Back campaign at a ceremony at Jamrock Restaurant in Frigate Bay. The association presented its member clubs with brand new equipment needed in becoming COVID-19 ready to resume football, such as thermometers, water bottles, and new footballs. Each team will give a player a water bottle, as the COVID-19 guidelines prohibit the sharing of water bottles between players, as was done previously. General Secretary of the SKNFA, Stanley Jacobs, explained the importance of the equipment presented to the teams.
Now, one of the things, in order to restart football, you must have football equipment. And one of the pieces of equipment that a lot of clubs have been asking for are balls, because they have been inactive from March of 2020. The balls have been sitting idle, they're soft, they're no good, and so we have sought to bring some relief to that situation by providing you with enough balls that you can at least begin your practice sessions. So the intention is that once you get the equipment, we want to see all the clubs begin training. From last count of the 21 clubs We had 7 clubs that were actively training. I think that number is way too low if we are looking to restart football. Now, bearing in mind that the COVID-19 task force, these regulations that are currently in place expires on the 29th of August. And then on the effective the 29th of August, midnight, the new regulation kicks in. We're hoping, we're keeping our fingers crossed that when the new regulations kicks in, it will allow for competition.
The Football is Back campaign will feature a series of practice matches in the lead up to an eventual return of competitive football, providing the new regulations issued by the government allows for this. SKNFA Technical Director Jeffrey Hanley gave some insights into the practice matches that are to be arranged.
So we are moving towards that. We'll be making an application to the Ministry of Sports. That is the protocol that was set up by the COVID task force. That is, we go through sports to get to them. And so we're making that application so that we can have those practice matches beginning next weekend. We know quite a number of teams have started practicing, so we are going to be using those teams first, and then we jumpstart to the other teams. But this is an indication for all of us to get ready so that we can get the league restarted, hopefully in the next regulations as we have indicated by the General Secretary. We have to apply, as I said, who the teams are, where we are going to be playing, and the entire setup, so that if the task force personnel show up, then we have all the proper things in place so that we can move football forward. So I'm appealing to all of you to get training, if you haven't started training as yet, to begin. These pieces of equipment will definitely assist you in that regard.
Meanwhile, President of the SKNFA, Anthony Johnson, noted that while the SKNFA looked forward to the return of competitive football, the world governing body of the sport, FIFA, has provided financial assistance to the member associations, including the SKNFA, to assist its member clubs and for the completion of the SKNFA leagues. Mr. Johnson said it is hoped that players in these clubs can also benefit from this financial assistance, but cautioned that the distribution of these funds must be approved by FIFA to ensure it's in accordance with its regulations.
We are presently working on the format, the formula in terms of how the funds are to be disbursed, but I would want to say that all of this is geared towards restarting football. The funds are not just to be made available for any purpose or any purpose. It is to be used towards restarting football. And so we have to make sure that our 2019-2020 leagues are completed. And that is incumbent upon you, the member clubs, to ensure. So hand in hand with the funds, hand in hand with the personal protection equipment comes the restart of football.
15 of the member clubs were represented at Sunday's function. The SKNFA promises to release more information in the coming days on the series of practice matches to come this month.
Decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics.
KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.